From compassion, I needed the rest. From telling you you looked attractive each time you undressed. You didn't help matters much as you walked out my life without leaving the key. You squeezed the blood from the stone, took the good from the bad, like the 36 pieces of cheap cutlery. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. I bet you're in a bed of roses, lying in a heap, surrounded by your new possessions, so tasteless and cheap. And I am desperately lonely and certainly homely with nothing to do, because the lads and the match and the Friday night stags were just some of the things that I gave up for you. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. But me and the cat on the lease on the flat, and nothing you do will ever change that. The milk gets delivered, we sit by the fire. You could say that we're having the time of our lives. You've taken passion from compassion, you've taken the bliss, and done it all for independence, but there's no such thing. And I still stand here and stare at the chair over there where you used to sit, and I could get someone in to sit there in your place, but they wouldn't fit. You just take, you just take, you just take, pile on the agony. You just take, you just take, you just take, pile on the agony. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. You just take, you just take, you just take, and pile on the agony. And the cat will live in our flat, and nothing you do will ever change that. The milk gets delivered, we sit by the fire. You could say that we're having the time of our lives. Me and the cat will live in the flat, and nothing you do will ever change that. The milk gets delivered, we sit by the fire. We're probably having the time of our lives. business like show business like no business I know. When the curtain falls to no applause, when no one goes to sell out shows, you're pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies. And life goes on and 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 on. So much, you've seen it all. If they could see you now, you're lying in beauty now, it's really sad. And the groovy scenes and the denim jeans that were lost and found in the underground have all stopped. Like no business I know. You'll never know how close you came from walking down the halls of fame. You'll never know how close you came. You've only got yourself to blame. You're pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies, pushing up the daisies. Life goes on and on and on and